Hello, everyone, and welcome to the pod. I'm so excited to introduce you to Taylor, my guest today. Taylor identifies as she and her. She has an unknown medical condition, and it's being treated for chronic fatigue and being fed through a feeding tube and uses a wheelchair. So she's very upset with people because they don't understand her condition. And I love you've checked in. Open your mind, close your eyes, get really still, and join me as together we do the work with Taylor. Hello, dears. Those of you that are new to the work today, new to this community, welcome. And should you doubt that you are anything less than beautiful, and to me, that's a word for like loving, caring, kind, all those words we've heard about. Other than what you're thinking and believing, by nature, that's who you are. And there's nothing you can do about it. Any thinking you do that opposes that feels like guilt. And sooner or later, you say something or do something where you just double down, distance away from understanding who and what you are by nature. In Earth School, there's cause and effect. If I don't care about you, that's on me, not you. Why would I say that? What I'm thinking and believing about you is the cause of the distance I'm assuming, so sure of. So identify those thoughts, and that's what we do here in this community. We identify our thoughts. We move them from our head to paper. So my thoughts about you, you unkind person, I identify them as I sit in those 6 questions and just a short, simple sentence, answer it. And I question them. My thoughts about you that are unloving, for example, what you said and what you did that hurt me. I identify them, I move them from my head to paper, and I work with that. I question that. I question it. And it is the truth that sets me free. I always wonder, what is the truth? What truth that sets me free? I'm looking for it everywhere. My ego is just overriding, but. Finding every way possible to override it. You know, there's a thing someone shared with me about the statistics of suicide. Why would someone kill themselves? Well, if I believed what they believed, I would have to do it too. It's not an option. If I believed what they believed, I wouldn't have a choice. Well, the reason I wanted to kill myself, it was my husband, my children, my mother, the world. Hell. You know what's so sweet about suicide when you're suicidal? And I come from that school, so I'm not talking out of school. That this would stop. And then by some grace, I saw the cause of my suffering was this, and how to question it, how to honor the ego, that identity that it conjures up. how to invite it with all the love in my heart to just show me. And it did. My mother, my father, my sister, my brother, you, them, the world. And I would move it from paper gratefully. Why? It's the cause of my suffering. That's why. I would move it from my head to paper. And then with an open mind, I would question it. Taylor, you have a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, honey? Okay, so those of you new to the worksheet, there are 6 questions on it. And you find a situation and you just be there now in that situation, recalling that situation, get still and begin to answer like those 6 questions. The first one, what did you write for the first one? Who or what upsets you? And what did you fill in?
So mine, it says people, but this has been a common thing through my whole life. So it applies to many people I meet, past, present, future. So I am upset with people because they don't understand my condition, because I have a long-term health condition.
Okay. And what is your condition?
So I've got chronic fatigue, which dominates what I can and can't do, and I have 24/7 care because of that. And then I have a gut condition that I can't eat meals and that, so I'm fed through a stomach tube. And I'm on.
So you're what with a stomach tube?
Yes, I have a feeding tube that goes into my stomach. It bypasses my stomach and goes to my bowel because my stomach can't hold all the food.
Yeah.
So my overall condition is undiagnosed, so I have no name to my illness, and I've had that since birth. And then also, just while I'm here, my pronouns are she and her because I'm transgender. So I like to just say that so there's no confusion.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. So it's a common. I go up and down with the people don't understand. Sometimes I'm aware that people can't understand that because they don't know me, but because I'm constantly always meeting new carers or doctors or a lot of people in my life, it's a common thing I battle with. Some days I find it easier, and I don't get caught in this question. But the last few weeks, it's been a big deal because I have a meeting tomorrow that I have to do for my funding, for my care. So every year I speak to a new person that's never met me before, and they're doing an assessment about my illness. And that's quite a common thread in my life.
Okay, so that is the situation, really. It's like you have one person you go through, and then you have to start all over with someone else that does not understand your condition.
Yeah. Some people do straight away, some people don't. And then those people can leave again because, if they're with me in care, the job, they won't be there forever.
Yeah. How mobile are you?
I use a wheelchair, and I'm hoisted into my chair. I can stand, but not for very long.
Because of your energy.
Yeah, because of my energy. Yeah.
If you had more energy, would you be able to walk, or would you just have more energy in a wheelchair?
If I didn't have my chronic fatigue or my illness, I'd just be able to function. But the more
if you didn't have chronic fatigue, how could you get around with the illness you've got?
If I didn't have the chronic fatigue, I wouldn't have the illness I have, because the chronic fatigue.
Okay.
And then I have seizures as well. So if I go out on an outing for a few hours, I can have a seizure, and then I'm in bed for 5 days recovering.
Yeah.
Planning.
Do you credit that with fatigue?
Yeah, because I get tired.
It affects everything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, it affects what I'm hearing, and you just described, it affects. Like you have 5 days to recover.
And yeah, and when I'm tired, it affects me mentally as well. So, like we all talk on here about the thoughts and how we start to believe our thoughts. When I'm fatigued, even though I know it's all thoughts, I will believe things like triple compared to if I'm less tired.
Oh, yeah, because you're triple
Yeah.
threatened.
So the
Yeah.
judge. So when I found your work in the last couple of months, it's made me feel less alone, because instead of just being thinking, I was just me thinking this.
Mhm.
Because I've been doing mindfulness for years and years, but this and mindfulness has helped.
Yeah, good. Because the work is mindfulness.
Yeah.
The questions are like markers that support you in that silence, rather than just being in the don't know, allowing the ego to come in, and then you invite it to leave and you get still again. We're dealing with the thing. We move away to maintain that silence, so we don't have to move away anything. It's to move something away is not to welcome it. So to understand it, and then it's unconditional love, the mind with the mind. So I love you. Have both, and you can fall back on one or the other, and just I love you. Just meditate and be still, and allow your body to. But when you run into something that doesn't allow that, then you move it to paper, just the way I'm imagining you've done here.
Yeah.
So, people don't understand your condition. What is the situation? You have a new administrator over your file, or
It could be anything from meeting a doctor that hasn't known me before.
so what comes to mind if we're going to
Error.
do this? People don't understand my condition. So what comes to mind when you hear me read this back to you? People don't understand your condition. What comes to mind?
A lot of past images come into my head.
Uh-huh.
So I could say loads of people that I have felt that have understood.
Okay.
But when I'm feeling low in that moment, I'll instantly go back to certain figures when I was a kid. And
Mhm.
um,
So land on one.
there was a doctor when I was a child that it he didn't. Even my mum felt the same, that he it's so even hard to speak. He didn't. He wouldn't understand anything, and he would just push me, and it felt like I was being bullied.
Okay. So with that in mind and more, this lifetime you've had with really these conditions,
Yeah.
as the world would see it, people don't understand your condition. So be there with that doctor in that situation. Imagine yourself there. Be there now. Look at him. Look at him pushing you. People don't understand your condition. Is it true?
In that moment with him, it feels.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go back. Let's go back. This is an exercise in stillness. Get still in. People don't understand your condition. Is it true? And all of you new to the work, the answer isn't yes or no. The answer is what's authentically yours. This is not about a con job or wishful thinking or positive thinking. It's about people don't understand your condition. In that situation with the doctor, let's narrow it down. Is it true? So be there now. Look at him. Look at his
Yes,
face.
in that moment, but I know it's also a no.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you again, and I hear your answer yes. Just allow that.
Okay.
I mean, if you can see one place where he did understand your condition, it might change your answer. But if you can't see that when you be there now, if you can't see that, your answer remains a yes.
So yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask it again and just allow the yes to be there. It's not as though it's new to you. People don't understand your condition in that situation with the doctor. Is it true? Allow one word to be enough.
No.
Really? How did it change?
Because he's not people. He's
Okay, so he doesn't understand your condition. Is it true? Be there now. Listen to him. He's pushing. He's this. He's all of that going on. He doesn't understand your condition. Is it true? One word, one word. You know, this isn't get still. It's not that. It is be there now. And does this work take courage too? Because you're up against the ego. And this is tough. And I don't experience you doing that. I experience you just being new to observation, and being then now is to be still now.
Oh, no. No.
What did you see?
In that time, I wouldn't know what he was truly thinking. It was what I was thinking.
That's not enough. Listen to his words. It sounded like he was stern. It was even a bit arrogant, and only you can answer this question. Was any of that there? Were you mistaken? Get present. He doesn't understand.
No, there was never no resolve from it or understanding. It was always push.
So notice in this, I love working this with you so much, Taylor, because it's not easy to sit in just the first question. Self-inquiry, the things we've been believing all our life about, for example, that doctor, have affected the rest of your life. Every human being does. Every misunderstanding does. It accumulates. Now notice in that situation, sweetheart, get really still, be there now. Notice how you react. What happens? Emotionally, what images of past, future do you see? What attitude do you take? All of that is within the question. Notice, get in touch with, how do you react? What happens when you think the thought, he doesn't understand my condition?
It makes me want to just be alone and not talk, and I don't feel I can explain anything. I feel like I have to justify everything, and instead of dealing with what's happening, how ill I feel, whatever, I get more caught up in like defending, and everything feels a fight.
So what would you name it? Frustration, fear?
Frustration is a big
frustration is a word for fear. Like the fear of not being understood and stuck with the condition.
Yeah.
So be there now. Who would you be without the thought. He doesn't understand my condition. Now, don't change anything. Listen to his words. Look at his attitude. Be there now. And open your mind to who you would be without the thought. He doesn't understand your condition. Open your mind. Give you now what you couldn't give you then, even though it was all there.
I'd just be me dealing, like understanding my own condition and
Okay, now say it first person as though you're there. Who are you without the thought? He doesn't understand your condition, no matter what he says or does. See if there's anything there you can glean that's helpful.
I'm just me with
Listening.
yeah, I'm listening to him. But
And what is he saying?
well, he would always not listen and would say what he would push me.
And what did that sound like when he was pushing you? His words as closely as you can recall.
It's hard to pick out specific words from that time. The only memory that really sticks is I remember I was sitting in it was when I was still trying to eat then with my gut condition. And with my illness I was 15, 16 and all my milestones were late, so puberty wasn't there or anything like that. And my mum was in the ward because she thought if I'm on my own with him, maybe because there was a nurse there, like if she wasn't there. And I remember him and the nurse just saying, if the hormone, if any of my puberty doesn't come, they have to put me on like hormones, like through the tubes or whatever it was. And I remember him just laughing at me. And I've never.
You remember them laughing, or were they laughing at you?
It felt like he was laughing at me.
It could be. You could be right. So be there now. The answers are there.
I think the answer feels I don't know because.
Okay, so that's your intellect again. That's okay. Just be there now. Listen. Look at them. For all you know, they're having an affair behind their partner's back and they're laughing about something. I mean, be there now. And you could be right. He doesn't understand my condition. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to ponder those. And I love this work we're doing now. So all of us can understand. I don't call it the work for nothing. It takes stillness to be there now. He doesn't understand my condition. Turn around. He does understand my condition. Try it on. Be there now. What did he say? What did he do that made sense to you? That maybe even though you saw it, you missed it because you were so convinced he doesn't understand your condition. He does understand my condition. So be there now. Just relax, witness, listen, observe.
The words and the laughter doesn't feel directed at me by putting that on that he does understand. Just saying that, I feel sort of air release.
It can feel a little strange at first, sweetie. He doesn't understand my condition. Another turnaround. I don't understand his condition. So
Yeah.
now be there. Notice what he's dealing with. This is pretty off the wall for some doctors.
So,
You've got a lot going on.
so you saying that, so this was in the 90s, a couple of years ago, because that was when I saw him. A couple of years ago, a friend called me because he works in that sector. And this is also why I wanted to do the walk, because I remember that day. And he called me and said, because he knew of my struggles, and he called me and he heard that doctor passed away. And I don't know how true this is or not, because I only know this from this. But apparently, the doctor died by suicide. And I remember, this is before, even the walk or anything. And I remember that moment and being exactly what you said about not understanding his condition. And I remember thinking, like, it really shocked me, because I was like, I've held on to that for years and for decades.
So
And
now let's be there now. I don't understand his condition, so be there now. Open your mind, listen, open your heart. Get in touch with what he's dealing with. Could be way over his head that he really doesn't understand your condition. He's a physician. He's falling short.
also that he came from the military, so he was a military doctor before. So that you make him, so it's helping me realize, yeah.
And here you are, transgender. He's he's
At the time,
not at the time.
Yeah. I only came out a few years ago, so
okay. So yeah,
but
coming out as one thing.
That played a part in me not coming out, because I already felt like people didn't understand my condition. So I was like, now adding this other layer.
Yeah, so let's move back. I don't understand his condition. Now, open to compassion. Be there now. Let's get an adult in the room.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't understand what he's thinking and feeling. And
yeah, so don't even share it right now. Just be there. I don't understand his condition. Now invite compassion and get in touch. What do you see? Is he fearful? Sometimes laughter is an attempt at hiding fear.
I instantly see him more as a friendly person than someone judging me.
That says a lot about you. You're beautiful. Let's look at number 2. In that situation, what do you want?
In that situation, I have people, or he should listen to my words, and see how I see it.
And see how you
see it, like how
you understand it. To see from your position.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for my words to actually feel like they mean something in that moment. which in a lot of times they do. I mean, but I'm even with the people that I feel are understanding, as sometimes that also, that before I even know if they're going to be understanding or not, it I feel sort of trapped. I feel a prisoner in
before
one of them.
going into it.
Yes,
And into situations, you go in.
Yeah,
you
because if
go
one
in
person
with that.
understands, you want the next one to, and so even the
It's like endless.
yeah, so like the not understanding, the understanding, in a way they're like the same. That they feel the same weight in some weird way, because it's been a constant since the moment I can remember, as when I was young.
Sweetie, let's get back to even though that's valid, let's get back to self-inquiry. Okay. You want him to listen to your words and to see you from your position. Is that close enough?
Yeah.
Okay, so be there now. You want him to listen to your words. Is that true? You know him a little better now. You're more in touch with him.
I mean, no, because
no. So just feel it. Just allow the no to be there. I want him to listen. You want him to listen to your words. Is it true? Listen to your words. Were they even understandable?
No. Especially in that time, no.
So you want him to listen to your words. You see how impossible?
To be honest, I think I had no words, like even
you
if words
spoke.
mouth, but the understanding, like over the years, even for myself, it's always a learning. It's always developing.
In that situation, notice how in the moving into way into the future, just stay anchored. All of you out there, you're doing this work, stay anchored, because your ego is going to want to go way anywhere but there. So stay there in that room with the doctor. You want him to listen to your words. Consider your words. Would they be helpful at all? You want him to listen to your words. Is he even capable of it? Maybe not even understanding your, who knows? You want him to listen to your words. You listen to your words. Is it true? You want him to listen to those words.
No.
Now just feel the no. Be there now. What a relief. Now notice how you react, what happens when you think the thought, I want him to listen to me. I want him to listen to my words. And that doesn't seem to be happening. Notice how you react. Notice what happens to your words. Notice what happens to your heartbeat. Notice what happens to your air. Notice what happens to any physical contraction in you.
I instantly just shut off. I just, yeah. And the condition itself feels 10 times harder to cope with because of
how could it not?
Yeah.
I mean, there goes your breath. Everything's tightening. The blood can't flow like it does otherwise. You want him to listen to your words. Notice how you react. Notice what happens physically. When you think the thought, I want him to listen to my words. Now, who would you be Get present there, be there now. Same situation without the thought, I want him to listen to my words, especially now that you understand. You don't even understand your words that much. That's why you're there. Who are you? Just get present with everything that's going on there, his words, his attitude as you know it to be now, whatever that is. I want me to listen to his words.
I'd just be.
No. You would just be there now. I want me to
I'm.
listen to his words, and relay his words as
I'm.
closely as you can. What
I'm.
are his words?
They're just words. Like they're just
Now
words.
find some of those words that hold value for you. Listen closely.
It's
Is there anything you can glean from his words that just listening to his words without you putting meaning on them is amazing?
I can't think of like a specific word, but the words talking to you like now. It's just the words just don't. They're friendly. They're just words. And he's just figuring things out. He's trying to understand through his words. Yeah. The words feel more like questions instead of judgments. He's trying. That's all we can do is try.
I want him to listen to my words. Turned around, I don't want him to listen to my words.
Yeah.
So ponder that and see if you can find an example of I don't want him to listen to my words.
It feels like I didn't want him to listen to my words, like literally that sentence. Because I get so scared and frightened by it all that that was always one. That's something that always comes up as well. That yeah.
You don't have words sometimes, just like all of us. Sometimes we just don't. How do we describe what's going on with us when we don't know what's going on with us?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I even though I have to explain things when I need to explain stuff, that is that is one of the best. I've never had words for that, but I don't have words of how I feel.
So there's a truth when you don't have words and you're in situations like this. You can say simply that, I don't have words for that are adequate to express what I want to express.
And I always feel
and that's it. And those are words that make sense.
Yeah.
Because they're true in those situations.
I've never allowed myself to do that. Even when I can't explain, I will explain, and I will over-explain, and then it just becomes worse, because I don't have the words.
And now that you're more awake to it, when you find yourself in that pattern, in that tendency, you be more aware, and you can give you the great kindness of saying, this, I'm finding I really don't have words to express what I.
Makes me laugh because it's so simple, yet it's
Oh
not,
my God, it gives you a break. It gives the other people a break. It's honest.
Yeah.
And it drops. Imagine the chaos that takes with it, that you suffer in those situations, to take your breath away.
Yeah. It allows me to breathe, to not have words.
And breath is like energy.
Not even allowed, I can just breathe.
Freedom isn't just when we find freedom from the ego, freedom from those painful things we're thinking and believing. The physical body responds, they're in tandem. Like something that's simple, the relief of that. You're no longer stopping the flow of what is needed for a body to just maintain, more or less heal. And we can live so long with minimal. But what I love about self-inquiry is it wakes us up to options.
Yeah.
So it is very user-friendly, self-inquiry. And let's look at 3. In that situation, what advice would you offer those people or that doctor?
To listen to my words. I've just got to listen to my words again.
So he should or shouldn't, or people should or shouldn't, when you are believing that they don't understand your condition in that situation.
Even the way I've scribbled it down, that's why I remember being so emotional when I did this that it's even hard for me to understand my own words. Just reading that, it feels scrambled.
Yeah, so read it.
Well, people should listen to my words.
So is it true?
No.
Okay, so let's slow it down. Contemplate it. People should listen to your words. Now, notice how you react when you believe that thought, and people don't understand your condition because it's not their condition. How can they?
Yeah.
You don't even understand it. And you're expecting us to, and even physicians to. Maybe there's someone out there that can, and that is also a physician, but we're all doing our best. So people, and in that situation, he should listen to your words. People should listen to your words when it has to do with your condition. Is it true?
No.
How can we?
Yeah, of course.
Now notice how you react when you're believing what is showing up now to be insane to believe it. How do you react when you think the thought, they should listen to your words. And they're not, they don't understand. And also your condition scares them.
Yeah.
And in that fear, you expect them to understand.
It scares me as well.
And their condition scares you too.
Because sometimes I just don't want it. I just don't want to feel it, or yeah.
Yeah, like every human being, we're all dealing with what we're dealing with. But what we're really dealing with is what we're thinking and believing about our conditions. And that's hell.
Yeah.
People should listen to your words. Notice how you react when you believe that thought. And we can't listen. We don't understand. And hearing you, your words are inadequate. You've got a problem with that, just like the rest of us.
Yeah. And the people that would, like, I would feel understands, eventually there'd be something they say that would, like, set me off in here. And yeah, so it's just, yeah, it's insane.
It's a hopeless chase.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
But like when you feel like you have got it, it doesn't, like I just said, it doesn't stay there, because it could be someone for years, and then eventually, and we do that to each other, right? It's not.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about everyone else. I'm busy looking to myself. People have a right to say what they say, do what they do, believe what they believe. I'm busy. I stay home because I am the cause of all my suffering. I, meaning what I'm thinking and believing about you, about me, about the world. That's the cause of my suffering. People cannot heal me. And if they heal my physical condition, it's not going to heal my mind. But if my mind is healed, I'm okay with the condition because it is sitting as a physical entity in the most, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, it's sitting in a 10. So my body has every opportunity to do what it does. And it's none of my business. I take care of this and my body. I walked this morning in my 80s and I just stronger, happier than when I was like a 5-year-old. Of course, I don't compare. So it is in that comparison, the experiences. At 5 years old, I was carrying all this stuff. People don't understand me, and they don't listen to me, and they don't want to hear me. My mother, just, these are not new thoughts. These thoughts that you're looking at are ours also. And the experience, if you find someone like the perfect body, perfect health, strength, looks, everything together, you have no idea what they're thinking and believing. They could be in more hell than you are in your condition.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I so love that you understand that. People should listen to your words. Turn it around. I should
listen to their words.
Yeah, and join the human race. Get in your wheelchair and notice when you don't have oxygen and kick back.
Yeah.
If it's a sunny day, find a place in the shade. And I don't leave home without a worksheet. All of you, we have a little 99-cent app in the App Store, and all of this is right there. So just, You know, I could die. Maybe I'm dying. I don't know. There's no one around to help me. And well, I'm sitting here, and the only hell I'm ever going to experience from this moment now. And I'm just going to work it. They, people should listen to my words. Turned around, I should listen to their.
Yeah.
So what was he saying?
But he was.
Oh, you shared it with us.
Well, he's trying to understand through his words, and that's all he had was words.
Yeah. Now look at people, those people who should listen to your words. I should listen to their words. Now just hear the human race as you have experienced us in your life. Just listen now. I should listen to their words. Listen to the offensive, the words that you found offensive. I should listen to their words.
Well,
they don't understand me. Turned around, I don't understand them. I should listen to their words. This is advice to myself. What you wrote is, people should listen to my words. Advice to myself, turned around, because I can't make people hear my words. There's nothing I can do about that. Turned around, I should listen to their words.
Yeah.
Fearlessly, just listen. And if they offend you, it goes to a worksheet.
Yeah. And even if in that moment they offend me, they're just words. They're not their inquiry, right? Like,
there's something to question.
I feel like it's their way to inquire, to actually.
I just don't put my time in on other people, and yeah, I'm on the same page you are. You know, everyone's in earth school.
Yeah.
And in my world, I'm the only student, meaning you're my teacher. Everyone sitting in here in the community, those are my teachers, and everyone in the world and everything in the world, my teachers.
It's like everyone I've heard, I've listened to you talk to, with the worksheet and all that, then that opens my mind to, we all might be talking about something different, but it's all the same. It's all the same. Like that narrative I would get in my head that it's just me and my condition. Well, when I listen to everyone else, I just realize we're just all the same.
Yeah, we're writing worksheets on our condition.
Yeah.
And we all have in Earth School, we're all given the condition we need to come to understand that this is not hell, or this condition is not hell. This condition is what I'm thinking and believing it to be. And that doesn't make it not hell. When we're believing it, it's hell. And I would never talk anyone out of that. Why? Because I couldn't. It's hell. But we can question it, what we're thinking and believing about the condition. And as Leonard Cohen would say, and that's how the light gets in.
When I'm tired, I'm just tired. But when I'm upset about being tired, it's hell and tired. And then I'm tired of my hell.
Yeah, when you're tired, it's time to rest.
Yeah.
Worksheet comes up, do a little work.
If that's what my body wants to do, and I'm not allowing it.
I think you're onto something. You're an experiment. You are your own test tube. Identity. Let's look at 4. In that situation, what do you need to be happy? What do you need from people? What did it
It's
take for you to be happy?
reading this. I need people to understand my condition, and everything I say, which just instantly like makes no sense anymore.
I'm glad you're laughing because it is laughable. Crazy. I need people to understand my condition that I don't even understand.
Yeah.
Now, notice how you react when you think the thought. I need people to understand my condition and everything instantly. Notice what happens to you when you're around people
Oh,
and your ego is saying you need that. I need people to understand my condition and
oh,
everything.
me thinking that instantly just makes me alone, and it doesn't. It makes me not understand anything that's happening. I feel like I'm taking that ability away from myself instead of just being in that moment.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, so now let's get down in the dirt with it. Notice as though you were people looking at you. Notice from their position, looking at you. I want you to look at you, like stand off from a distance and look at you and your the identity you take on physically. Look what happens to you and your attitude when you think the thought. I need people to understand my condition and everything instantly. Notice how you react and then stand aside and look at your persona.
I feel like if I'm
What do
doing
you, what do you
the other
see?
person, I see, from their point of view, I see, uh, like they wouldn't want to keep talking to me. They wouldn't want to, because they can see that I'm upset, so they don't want to upset me. And then then the communication between us stops. I feel like I'm cutting that off.
And notice the physical, your facial expressions, your body language, everything. When you think the thought, I want them to understand my condition, and they don't.
Yeah.
Notice how you react. Physically, what happens?
I just shut off or I explain more, which confuses the whole conversation because
So
I'm
you
adding.
begin to defend and justify.
Sometimes it's that. Other times it's just yeah, it's that because I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
So notice, just be there now and witness that precious you trying to be understood. How defensive. I need me to understand my condition. I want people to understand my condition, and they don't. You start over talking.
Yeah.
Now, notice what happens to your breath when you do that. And notice the images of past, future when you start over.
Oh, I'm instantly back as a kid in those moments of him or other people. Like, and then when I'm instantly back in those moments, that's 20, 25 years ago, whatever it was. And then instantly I forgot all that time in between what I've learned about my condition and where I am now. And I'm in a much better place I am now than I was
So,
that time.
so the ego
Yeah, no,
replaces that gratitude, that sense of gratitude.
It's like it takes the memory away of all those things because I'm just focusing on the pain and the suffering, right? So I'm not remembering that pain and suffering, it was for a reason, and he was for a reason, right? He helped me, or he's got me here today, and when I remember hearing about him, I realized that he went through more. I'm here. He isn't, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wish I could have gone and helped him.
Yeah. Well, you can carry on knowing about your condition, what he was attempting to do.
Yeah. And when that moment will come in my head again.
Yeah.
To know that
you meet a friend, not a
friend. Yeah.
enemy.
He's a friend that can help me in that moment instead of an enemy. Or yeah.
Instead of just one more thing.
Yeah.
The ego throws at you to fill in that space. As a meditator, you want to understand. If you had to make a choice, to be happy, I need my body to be well, or to be happy, I need my thoughts to be well. If you had to make a choice, what would it be?
Well, I need my thoughts to be well, because even if I didn't have my condition, I would still have thoughts about whatever else my life would be. So I can't change. I can't change the illness I have, but I can be friendly.
I don't know.
But I can be, I don't know, but I can't, but I can be friendly.
What you're thinking and believing about your condition, what I find is the more I'm thinking and believing about my mental condition, my body shifts, and it can only do that so far, but it's without a past, it's always an infant. It's like a newborn. It's like right now I'm born at 80 and I'm good with it. Because sanity is no downside. No downside. I need him to understand my condition and everything instantly. I need me to understand his condition and everything instantly about him. He's trying.
Yeah.
And he even looks a little frightened to me, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Like we're afraid of what we don't understand. Especially a physician wants to, they're healers.
Yeah. Especially knowing he was a military doctor before.
Yeah.
Like, it makes more sense.
A lot. Let's look at 5.
It's just I need
he is, or people are.
I don't. It's where I've scribbled it down. It feels so.
Yeah, it's like people who don't understand you are
people to say nothing, to see things my way. I've just got things scribbled down like that.
People don't see things my way. Turned around, I don't see things people's way. Those people those people that don't understand you, you just don't understand.
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah.
And then your words, when they're open to it, let's say, are justifying or defensive, rather than saying, here's my condition as I understand it. And then you can say it as simply as you shared it with us when we first started talking.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating. And it takes our we don't have to be afraid of your condition when you're that clear with us. You have this tube, and you have this, and you have short of breath and energy, and I mean, you're this whole human being. And to know yourself is rather than trying to change the world and, and that people should understand you, we can't any more than you can understand me.
Well, the thing that makes me laugh is I talk about like one person not understanding, but I'm talking to you, and then all these people are listening to me, and I feel fine about that.
Yeah. So very good to be, a very beautiful thing to be aware of.
I don't at the moment. I don't feel.
There are hundreds of people like watching you right now.
Yeah, and there's nothing that feels bad about that.
No, this is how and who you are. And we're going to turn our backs on you to give you a worksheet. And we're going to shout terrible names at you to give you another worksheet. And we're going to befriend you and get it wrong and give you another worksheet. And we're going to be kind and give you another worksheet. You know, we're all here to serve you in your condition. You're no different than any of the rest of us. It's like we all have our earth school and the perfect bodies to do earth school in.
And believing that, because I believe that, I instantly don't feel alone. Yeah, I feel open to anything and everything.
Yeah, the words on this worksheet, how do you react when you believe them? You're alone. You're alone.
But instantly this feels like I'm reading someone else's worksheet.
Yeah. Gosh, there's a song for that. It's like getting to know me, getting to know all about me. All turned around. Oh, honey. Oh, it's such a privilege to sit with you. Let's look at 6. What is it you never want to experience again with people or that doctor?
I don't ever want people to say anything about my condition.
I want them to understand it, but not say anything.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So I'm willing for people.
Well, I want, yeah.
I'm willing
for people to say anything about my condition.
And I look forward to people saying.
I look forward to it, yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to people saying. So feel it. It's like a prayer. Open to it. It's I look forward to people saying anything and everything about my condition. We're here to give you worksheets. You're beautiful, Taylor. Honey, thank you for being our teacher today. And let's get some feedback. And thank you for your courage. Wow, Lance, honey, your takeaway.
Oh, wow. A lot of emotions coming up.
Yeah.
That was such beautiful work. I cried through a lot of it. I think being queer and having health issues, it just, sometimes I'd be crying and be like, why am I crying? But my biggest takeaway was when she had so much compassion for her doctor. Oh, that just blew me away.
Yeah.
And when you said how beautiful she was in that moment. Oh, such a huge takeaway.
Yeah. To see anyone for any reason as less than beautiful would be my next worksheet.
Part of my challenge with this work is I'm so identified with being a victim of people who bullied me and verbally and physically abused me. And the work is taking that away.
Yes, you're being left with who am I? Someone that weeps, it's so connected and laughs and yeah.
My childhood is no longer about being this bullied person, and it's turning out that I had a pretty good childhood. And and now how am I going to write my memoir? Because
exactly.
now everything's been turned around, and so when Taylor had so much compassion for her doctor, I just had so much compassion for my bullies and all the people who, I perceived as, and the authority figures, right? And I think that was another big one. Like the doctors are authority figures and they should understand us. And they, and when you asked Taylor to be the adult in the room, yeah, like, oh, I can be the adult in the room, even when I'm looking at memories of when I was 8, 9, 10, 15, 16.
Thank you, Lance.
Thank you. Thanks, Taylor.
So good. Sarah.
Thanks to Taylor. That was really wonderful. I just loved when she started to laugh at number 3. That was like the best because, it was so serious at the beginning and then when Taylor started to laugh, like the whole physical changed. Like you could actually see a change. And at the end of it, Taylor, in my opinion, actually looked different. Like she had this beautiful smile and her face was rosy and and there was just sort of this like change, this sort of that happened across the whole thing when that laugh happened. And it was really just, I'm just so thankful that she could allow us to share in that. So thank you.
Yeah. Again, thank you, Taylor, and thank all of you for, I'll just say it, everything. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.